Hello, everybody. Now, I'm not an ENTS officer, and I'm not running for VP Student Activities, so you're not going to hear anything about entertainment in my speech, I'm afraid. I'm also not running for education equality, so I'm not going to mention course reps. What I am going to do is talk about to you, firstly, what I've been doing in my year as Comms and Finance. And the first thing I've been doing is since October, me and Sam there, we've been sitting on scrutiny panels up in Hove Town Hall and Brighton Town Hall. Now this means we sit there and take all the shit from residents when they're unhappy with students. And we've been working with the council to make sure that students have never had a voice like they have now in the community. We were there today, we came straight from there to here. Okay, this is ongoing. The second thing I did, I got a full overhaul, a full redesign and a new team on board with the Pebble. So it looks fresh and it looked funky when all the students came back. Thirdly, well, this is quite a recent one. I don't know if anyone's been on UBSU.net. There's my face spinning on there now, right? Now that means students, wherever they are, can log on, click on my face, and leave a message. There's instant access to the Students' Union. The other thing I've done is I've overseen the overhaul of the back end of UBSU.net. Now this is now getting 10,000 hits a month, which is generating a lot of money for the non-commercial services of this union. When I say non-commercial services, I mean not the bar, that's a commercial service. I mean the core representation and providing support for students. But I'm not done yet. Things I want to do. That, as good as I just said it looked, is not a student newspaper. Okay? That's a union newspaper at the moment. I'm the editor, I decide what goes in, I decide what doesn't go in. I graduated last July. Who am I to say what goes in that and what doesn't? Now, it was fun doing it for a year, but as the year wore on, I thought, no, this isn't what needs to be happening. If I get re-elected, I'm going to have a full student control committee running this. They decide what goes in, they decide what's relevant for students, and they have full control over it. The other thing I want to do, following on from the community point, I'll thank Ed for pinching my point before I got to it, but I want to run out a community rep scheme. He was right, Liverpool, John Moores, Liverpool and Leeds, they've all got community rep schemes, which is where students like yourselves are paid about £6 an hour to wander up your street once a week, knock on the doors. You say, is everything all right? How's everything going? You don't need to be patronising, it's just giving you ownership of your street, right? Students out, embedding them in the community. Now, yesterday we were over in Hastings for the hustings. Ooh, sounds good to get the Hastings hustings. Well, anyway, sorry. We were in a meeting in the morning looking at internet radio, okay? Now, this internet radio is going to carve across all campuses. A lot of people have talked about making the University of Brighton more one entity rather than having these discrete little sites. University of Brighton Internet Radio is going to sweep across all of these, and it means students in the business school can go out and they can sell advertising space in the towns. They get marketing experience. The students at Grand Parade, the digital media, the music production, they can start making their music and actually getting it aired to a huge audience. This is going to be an amazing platform providing good experience. And then, of course, you've got all the Hastings students who are on the radio broadcasting. How many students can say, I ran a radio station, I've done this? So when they go for their job at the radio station, it's nothing new, they've done it. A lot of people have been talking about some quite abstract, quite harebrained projects. They haven't mentioned them tonight. What I will say is, anything I put my weight behind and your money behind, I will make sure that it benefits all students, not just one group of students. It's got to be fair. Vote Joel, #1 for VP Comms and Finance.